For this video I'm going to show how I made this bridal themed friendship bracelet. To get started you want to take your longest piece of nylon cord. Then you want to match up the ends and find the centre. And then you want to do the same thing with your shortest piece of nylon cord. Once you've got the centre of that, you want to match it to the centre of your other piece of cord. And then you're going to tie a knot to make a loop. This is what you're going to fasten your tail ends on at the end. You'll end up with something that looks like this, and then you want to attach this to your board using one of your clips. Once you've done that, you just want to make sure you untangle all your cords. And then take your shortest two cords, make sure they're tidy, and then attach them to the bottom of your board. So starting off, you want to work square knots. So to do that, you're going to take your first cord over, your second cord over, and then pull it through. And to do the other half of your square knot, you're going to go under, pull the other cord under, and then put it over and through. And you're going to repeat this process as many times as you want for the beginning of your bracelet. For mine, I'm going to do 3 square knots. So that's my second square knot. And that's the third. So now I'm going to take my blue cord, and I'm going to find the centre of that the same as I did with the first 2 cords. Just matching up the ends and then running my fingers along it to get to the centre. And then put this underneath the holding cord. Let's pull one tail end over one side and one over the other. To start with, you're not going to be working over this, you're just securing it in place. So for this I'm going to do 2 square knots. And once that's secured in place, you can pull that down, and then you're going to be using it as the holding cord by attaching it to the bottom of the board with the other 2 cords. So here I'm going to do 3 square knots, but that matches what I did at the beginning. If you decide to do more or less at the beginning, then you want to do the same for this point. So now those are done, you can take your blue cord away from the holding cords again and hold them out of place above your work. This is what's going to allow the little blue stripe to show through on your bracelet. So matching however many knots you did the first time, you want to do that again here. So for me it was 2, so I'm going to do 2 square knots. And this is basically the pattern you want to repeat throughout your bracelet until you get it as long as you want it to be. Once you've got the bracelet to the length you wanted, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. So sometimes I do a knot here just to secure things, but for this one I'm going to braid the ends instead. So I've got 2 white cords and 1 blue cord. So I'm going to put 1 blue cord to one side, 1 to the other, so that the braids match. So here you're just doing a straightforward plait. And once you've got that to the length that you want, you can just tie a knot in the end to keep everything in place. And then you can trim your ends off, and if you want you can seal them by melting them. And you end up with something that looks like that, and you want to repeat the process with the other side. Once you've completed both your braids, you'll end up with something that looks like this. And then you can remove your bracelet and try it on. So thread your tail end through the loop that you made earlier, and then you can tie it on. And that's a completed bridal themed bracelet.